Hey guys, Tyler from Tapmaster here, and today I want to talk to you about the top 5 reasons why you might want to consider hands-free faucets in your home. There's a whole host of reasons people decide they want to use hands-free faucets in their home. At Tapmaster, we're uniquely passionate about this. This is our business. But regardless of the hands-free system that you decide to put into your home, there are a number of key benefits that you will find. Number 1, and this is what everyone kind of thinks of when they think of hands-free faucets, is hygiene. The main reason we developed our product was to meet the needs of dentists looking for a more hygienic way to interact with their faucet while working with their patients. We were approached by a group of local dentists who were looking for a good solution that integrated well with their practice. And since dentists are used to using their equipment, using foot pedals, specifically for their drills and whatnot, our foot pedal activator was a natural progression. Numerous studies have shown that the faucet is one of, if not the most common places where cross-contamination occurs in the home and workplace. Cross-contamination is simply the accidental transfer of bacteria or viruses from one surface to another. So that could be from your hand to the faucet, or from the faucet back to your hand, or from whatever chicken you're preparing to the faucet. Then you wash your hands and it comes back onto your hand. This is not surprising, as the faucet is one of the key touch points anytime you handle food, go to the washroom, or work with something dirty. With a traditional faucet, you have to touch the faucet to turn it on, wash your hands, and then reach back and touch that faucet handle again after you're finished washing your hands, which again brings back that possibility for cross-contamination. It's not impossible to minimize that risk with a traditional faucet handle. You just have to be careful with how you interact with the handle, and maybe use paper towel on the handle if you need to. But with a hands-free system, it is much easier to be safe and use the faucet in a way that you're not going to contaminate yourself after you've washed your hands. Number two, convenience. After we started using our hands-free systems, when we were developing the product and testing them in our own homes, we started to realize how convenient they really are to use. Remember, we originally designed these as a tool to meet the hygienic requirements of dentists and doctors. We didn't really think of them as a convenience item. But in testing, we installed them in our own homes, in our friends' homes, and we started to realize that they really are extremely convenient. When we go to other people's homes now that don't have hands-free faucets, we really start to realize that we've begun to rely on them for a lot of our daily tasks. There's a lot of things we take for granted, like that any hands-free faucet solution will offer you. And let's get into that a little bit. It's easier to rinse your dishes and your produce. You don't have to set anything down. You don't have to, use one hand. You can have the colander in one hand, the produce or whatever you're washing in the other. You got both your hands free. And this is one thing, I like keeping things clean, and you don't have to wash your faucet handle as often. It doesn't get the gunk buildup that you would have if you're constantly operating it. You don't get the soap scum and whatnot. 3, let's get into the water savings aspect of this. This is a hotly debated topic in the industry, but as far as we can tell, water savings can be accomplished when using hands-free faucet control systems. However, unlike low-flow fixtures, the amount of water saved depends entirely on the user and the way they use the faucet. At Tapmaster, we like to group hands-free faucet solutions into 2 main categories: positive control and passive control. Those are our own internal definitions of it. I don't know if it's recognized by anyone else, but it's how we separate it out. Positive control is our term for a hands-free faucet control system that puts the user in direct control over exactly how long the water runs for. These are systems like the Delta Touch 2.0, our own Tapmaster line of products. They relied on direct user input to activate the water flow and immediately stop the water flow when the user tells them to stop. This is important because if the water keeps running afterwards, that's when you start wasting money. So with this, I have full control over when the water is on. Passive control is our term for sensor faucets and other products like the Delta voice faucets, where you're not in direct control of the water flow. There's some other system activating that water flow. Sensor faucets, for example, are activated by either an ultrasonic or infrared detection of the user's hands. However, since there's inherent noise in those detection signals, they often have a minimum runtime to prevent rapid cycling of the valve. This is a very smart design decision on their part. You don't want that water pulsing on and off because your hand moves away from it for a second, or it loses that lock. Some models are better at reacting quickly when a water off condition occurs, when you remove your hands of the pot. But there is an inherent delay that has yet to be overcome, which means that when you move away, that water continues to run. Number 4, and this is one that I just like, it's the fun factor. If you're anything like us, we like to use gadgets. Those gadgets are more fun when they serve a useful and practical purpose. Hands-free faucets really are fun to play with. When people come over to my house, they inevitably make a comment on how neat the faucet controllers are, particularly since they're so intuitive to use. I still get a kick out of times when people come to use my faucet and can't immediately figure out how I did it. You can almost see them wanting to ask but holding back because they're not sure if they missed something, or they're worried that potentially we haven't paid our water bill and they don't want to bring attention to that. It's just it's one of those things that kind of gets the conversation going. It's kind of fun. And number 5, this is reaching maybe a little bit, but it's something that we've had people tell us, and it fixes a leaky faucet. This is mainly true for retrofit systems like ours. But if you have a faucet with a leaky cartridge and you want hands-free operation anyway, a retrofit system like TapMaster can solve that pesky drip. You don't have to replace the cartridge first because our faucet control system keeps the water shut off when you're not using it. It may not be a big cost savings, but I've never complained when a product that I purchased solves 2 problems at once. Let us know in the comments what you think of hands-free faucet systems, how you use them. We're excited to engage with people on this topic as we hold it near and dear. And we want to see what you think. What do you think of hands-free faucets? Do you think it's more important nowadays? Less important? Are you looking at it from a convenience aspect? Are you looking at it from a hygiene aspect? Do you just think they're cool? I mean, that's a completely valid purpose too. Again, like, subscribe if you want to see more of our content. And again, just leave those comments. Check us out on Facebook. Check out our website at www.tapmaster.ca. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful year ahead. Thank you.